Hello class, this is your professor Dr. Elahe, and I'm going to talk about the assignment for this week. I think you find this assignment very entertaining. You're going to work with Python and you're going to calculate return on equity using DuPont analysis. So first of all, you're going to go here, sign up and get an API for accessing the data that is available there. Then you're going to visit Google Colaboratory, create a notebook and name it as I have listed here. So your name, last initial underscore DuPont analysis. You want to share it with me, and I just want to explain to you, this is a return on equity is the money a company makes using the money invested by shareholders. So it's the net income divided by average shareholders equity. So we have equity versus the money coming from shareholders, or the money comes from loan. So we are looking at the money, the ratio of the money the company makes over the equity part. The code for analysis is given to you, but you have to figure out how to plot it, and there are a number of details here on how you want to submit your report. I'm going to stay on this formula, net income over average shareholders equity. So what DuPont company did many years ago is that they came up with an alternative way of doing that and breaking up this equation to three different parts. So net income over average shareholders equity, they're gonna look at net income over sales. That's your profitability, yes. So, and then they're gonna multiply that by sales over total assets. They call this asset turnover. And then they're gonna multiply that by total assets over average shareholders equity, and that's capital structure. So we have profitability, asset turnover, and capital structure multiply as three different components of what would be the return on equity, which is a very important financial measure. Now, if you look at these fractions, this one cancels this one cancels this one, and at the end you have net income over average shareholders equity. So we want to get the financial data for Apple, and we want to get calculate this part, calculate this part, calculate this one, and then calculate a return on equity. I'm going to show you the code now. Alright class, this is my code. I am importing two libraries. Yes, pandas, that helps me create data frames, and this one is for the financial dataset retrieval. Here is your API key. So this would be your key that you get after signing up for that free account in that website that I have listed on your assignment. This one is the name of the company. I'm looking at Apple. You should look at another company. That is a requirement of your assignment. You're going to get the balance statement using this, your API, and your stock, which you will change here. These are the two variables that you change values of. You're going to get the income statements. This is going to be the same for you. Let's print it and see what you see. I looked at the dates. The dates right now, they start at 2020. So I'm gonna get a 2-year list. In your assignment, I have asked you to give me at least 5 years. So here, 2-year balance statement, 2-year income statement. I have 2. You would have 5 or more. So you get those. And then I have 3 lists. One is for profitability. This one is for asset turnover. This one is for the capital structure. those three values that we multiply to get the return on equity. So I have 4 lists created here. Now I go in a loop. So the loop goes from 0 to 1. So when I have 2 here, it loops only through 0 and 1. So if you had 5 years and you wanted to go from year 0, which is the current year 2020, to 2019, and in the past you would put 5 here, or your number of your choice. Then I'm gonna get the profitability value for that year. So this is my 2-year statement. 0, I would be 0 at the first round of this loop. 0 is the most current year on the statement. For us is 2020. So it puts 0 here, gets the net income. This is a data dictionary. So this is a data dictionary. If you want to look at the definition of data dictionary, if you don't know what they are, when you put a keyword here, that gives you the value, and then the keyword here, it gives you the other value. So you get the income and revenue, and you divide them, and that's your profitability value for that year. And remember, I'm looping, so I'm gonna get that value for that year, and I'm gonna append it to a list that I have. So I'm gonna get my list, append this value for the current year. So as it goes through the loops again and again, it appends the new values. And I'm gonna do the same for profitability, for asset turnover, which I should, this one should be asset turnover value. Oh no, asset turnover value. And then that gets the revenue divided by total assets. One of them is coming from income statement, one of them is coming from the balance statement. And you do the same to create the value for the current year for the capital structure. You append it to the list, and then at the end you calculate return on equity by multiplying those 3 numbers and append it to your list. And here at the end I print the list, which for me has 2 elements. One is for year 2020, one is for year 2019, the year before that. So what changes for you is the number of times you look through this one. The calculations would be the same, and then I ask you to get creative and give me at least 1 plot. So you would need to go read a little bit of documentation on how you do plots in Python, and then you would give me something nice in your report. Also, I want you to share your report. Also create a screenshot of your code, or do this one, print, and then print it to PDF, and then place the PDF or a screenshot of the PDF, which is cleaner, on your Google Drive document. So again, this is your key. You will have to get your own. Will be your own company. The number of years will be different for you. That number will be different for you, and then you're not going to end here. You're going to create a plot. Every single one of you has to work with a different company, so no duplicates, and your plot should be different from someone else's plot. So your code should be unique. You cannot copy and paste code that someone else has written. So that's it. Thank you.